Joining us on the phone, the one and only Paul Stanley from KISS. Good morning.
Hey, I'm on the phone with legends, huh?
We're on the phone with a legend, even though we had to introduce you as Paul Stanley from KISS.
I want to make sure everybody understands.
Is there another Paul Stanley anywhere that you're aware of?
Not one who's on the radio with you.
Well, I appreciate that for sure.
The Freedom to Rock Tour coming to the iWireless Center in August. And the Freedom to Rock radio special, we'll be running that 4th of July weekend. Takes a look at the 40-year career of the band. I got to imagine it's still exciting to be out on the road and touring and performing these songs for new fans. Parents bringing their kids.
If it wasn't exciting, I wouldn't be doing it. You know, it's not something I have to do, but to be in KISS is an amazing honor, but it's also a responsibility because we don't compete with any other band. We compete with our history. We compete with our legacy. And when people think big show, they think KISS. And any band now with money can do a KISS-type show, but nobody else can be us. So for us to get back to the Quad Cities and that whole area is really something that fires me up. I mean, there was a time where we would play places that other bands didn't play, and there was a time in the beginning where other bands only saw the middle of the country and other areas when they flew over it, going from L.A. to New York or back and forth. So we've always felt that nobody decides where they're born, and nobody has to make excuses. We're fired up to play, especially some of the places we haven't played in a long time. And it is the show of shows. It's as good as it gets, and it's as bombastic as you'd expect.
Well, when you mentioned that you compete with yourself, and I appreciate you saying that you're speaking with legends, referring to us, Dwyer and I have a partnership. You have a partnership. And when you put a tour together with Gene and the other guys in the band, do you guys butt heads over ideas? You know, no, that's not what people expect from a KISS show, or is everybody all in no matter what?
I think if you put your ego aside, that's really the main problem. Is as long as you can put your ego out of it and work towards what's best, I think it goes real smoothly. I think when bands fight, it has a lot to do with stuff that's going on outside of what they're talking about. A lot of bad feelings and resentment, and it comes out, in decision making. But we get along great, and we look forward to being together, touring. We enjoy each other, and it's probably why the show is so great, is because we love it, and we're passionate about it, and we believe in it, and we're proud to do it.
One of the things you're doing differently this year, the Hiring Our Heroes and the Veteran Tickets Foundation, you guys are bringing a member of the National Guard or Reserve to be a roadie for the day for your shows in various markets. Do you have anything crazy planned for them, or do you think there's enough craziness that just goes on trying to put together a show behind the scenes?
Look, it's an honor to have these people in our presence, and the truth is that what we try to do is spotlight the fact that freedom is only free for those who don't pay the price. And people who make freedom possible are the military, the active military, the first responders, the vets, and they don't get a fair shake. These people volunteer to sacrifice and risk everything on our behalf, and when they come back, they really don't get what's necessary, and it impacts them and their families. So whether it's giving $1 from each ticket, which we've done in the past, or finding ways to spotlight that these people are our heroes and deserve much more than they get, we're just looking for ways to make that possible. So
I think it's cool to give them that kind of experience, as long as you're not going to yell at them for not taping pics to your mic stand correctly or something like that.
No, they're the only people that we go not worthy in front of.
Wow.
Now,
wow.
You're doing roadie for the day at each of the 35 stops on this tour. And when you're in the Quad Cities, it'll be an active or a veteran from our area?
Yes.
And how do people get in on it?
Well, the actual the actual process is not something that I can tell you right now.
Okay.
I believe the person was chosen, but
Okay. But you're doing this at every stop, and I can only imagine.
Will they get highlighted on stage during the show at all?
and we've been known to bring vets on stage. We've been known to do the Pledge of Allegiance. Patriotism is cool, and loving your country is cool, and also helping to make your country better is cool.
This is Paul Stanley on the phone with us. KISS is coming to the Quad Cities on August 5th for the Freedom to Rock tour. We're one of the lucky 35 cities that get to basically go balls out because this is a weekend show, and it's going to get nuts. If you've never seen the band, you've never seen a rock show. I think I can safely say that. If you have seen KISS, you know what you're in for. So hold on tight.
Paul, this morning, Dwyer and I were kicking around. We have so many questions that we could ask you. We only have a limited amount of time, but we wanted to ask you just like some different types of questions that you might not get asked all the time. Is that cool?
Cool.
All right. You make it big in rock and roll. You get your first big paycheck from whatever record company or whatever it is. What's the first car that you bought that you just blew money on when you made it?
Well, when I finally, I'd always had cars that were basically falling apart. So the first time I decided to buy myself a new car, I didn't want to buy the best car because I wanted to still have something to look forward to.
Oh.
So I bought myself a Corvette.
Okay.
And even though I had my eyes on a Mercedes, I figured you got to work up to the Mercedes. So I bought myself a Vet.
You started with a vet? That's pretty high on the list.
It's not a
Vet.
Yeah.
Hey, I wasn't slumming. I was, I still wanted a reward. I just wanted to have something else to look forward to.
Okay.
I bought myself a new Vet, which was very cool.
Okay, and let's look forward to today. Here we are in June 2016. You got to run some errands today. You're going to put the keys into what to drive around?
If I'm going to do a lot of, if I put it this way, and I do it, if I hit Costco, it'll be my Escalade.
Nice.
You go to do you get recognized everywhere in Costco?
Yeah, but it's cool, Surprised who you run into at Costco.
Okay.
As long as it's not
The only
TMZ.
place I know where you can get a Rolex watch and a salmon.
In the Midwest here, we are just starting to get our great summertime weather. That means the windows are down, the top is down, and the music is loud. If I'm Paul Stanley, what are 3 songs that will always make my summer driving tape?
Whole Lot of Love.
Okay.
Boy, you got me on the spot.
No, and we're not trying to trick you. Just your favorite, like, if it comes on the radio, you turn it up. Not one of your songs, but you go, damn, Whole Lot of Love. This is still awesome.
Layla.
Okay.
All right.
And okay, I'll give props to my friend Dave and some Foo Fighters. There goes my hero.
Okay.
Wow.
So for people in the Quad Cities, if you hear Whole Lot of Love, Layla, or there goes Foo Fighters, keep your eyes open because it could be Paul Stanley running to get a salmon or a Rolex.
That's right, in a rented Escalade.
We cannot wait to see you guys in August, bringing the Freedom to Rock tour to the Quad Cities. We appreciate it. We love the music and the career you guys have put together. We're just so stoked that you're coming to the Quad Cities, man.
We're really nervous talking to you, so thanks for taking a few minutes, okay?
My pleasure, man.
All right, we'll see you in August.
You bet.
All right, take care.
Have a great day.
Paul friggin' Stanley, dude.
Oh, man.